Hello, Capricorn Feminines. This is Grand Madam with your general Astro Tarot reading for the month of February 2021. I am using for your pre-shuffle the Oracle deck, Wisdom of the House of Night. Okay, working with the Goddess Sneaks. And in your pre-shuffle, this is disturbing to me, but I'm going to tell you what it is. And we're going to talk differences, the warrior, self-worth, reminder, and two bonus cards, wishing and rigid. Now I'm going to tell you why this first one bothers me. Differences, diversity in peoples. Not everyone thinks like you, Capricorn. Not everyone believes in what you do. Not everyone believes the same thing you believe in. And you're going to have to learn how to allow them to express the way they need to express. And for some of you, that's going to be hard. But if you're going to get along in life, you're going to have to learn how to do it. Or you won't get along in life. Success is going to go out the window because you're being too rigid over nothing. Over nothing. Now you have this warrior here who is here to protect you. Some of you are giving them a case of your backside because he's different. If he's your protector, you don't want to turn him into an enemy. If he's your loved one, you don't want to lose him because you have such rigid beliefs. If he's your son, you don't want to lose him over such rigid beliefs either. And just because someone does not believe what you believe, it is not an attack on your self-worth. Some of you have built this, it ain't nothing but an ego, this persona based on certain beliefs, certain attitudes, certain attires, specific ones. And when you meet people who could care less about it or have totally different attitudes, belief systems, or dress differently than you, this is an affront to you. And the reason it's an affront to you is because you took such meticulous care to create this persona, and now here's someone else who has the nerve to be who they are. Why should they be who they are when you can't be who you are? Well, who says you can't be who you are? Okay? You don't forget who you are. Your self-worth comes into question not because of people being different from you. Your self-worth comes into question when you don't have any core beliefs whatsoever. All your core beliefs are superficial. And when that happens, that is going to be easily exposed. So remember who you are. Go back to your own core beliefs, but you're going to have to learn to be acceptable about others' beliefs. First of all, that's how you learn things. Then you learn something. Okay? Because what you're wishing for, this is the problem here, is just too rigid. It's just too much. And I don't know who you're doing this to or who's doing it to you, but it's just too much. And it's going to cause a break in you. All right? So now, because that other person's being themselves, some of it may very easily have to deal with a vow or an oath. But all that's changing. High Priestess of Water, cards at the bottom of the deck. And you're hoping for love. But you very may, if you're involved with an Aquarius with such a rigid attitude, you won't be for long. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You won't be for long. You learn about life by interacting with other people. And whoever that is in my ear or in my head, you better shut up. When I start talking about things like that, it's because it's disturbing energy. So, work on accepting differences with other people. Your love life will improve. Now, let's see what the tarot reading has to say about this. I'm surprised, Capricorn, because you can be rigid sometimes. You're very disciplined, very organized. You don't like chaos. But this is like going overboard. That is the message for the Capricorn feminines. The message for the Capricorn feminines. Okay. Mm-hmm. One more shuffle. All right. One more. Let's see. What is the message from the spirit guides? Okay. Overall energy, Capricorn fam. Success. 6 of Wands. Okay. You have become or are becoming a public figure, or you are being, people are watching. And have the 4 of Wands. Here's your stability again. And here is a Page of Cups. Now, you also very well may be invited to a wedding. Now, why does that have you stuck? Here's the Hangman. Well, weddings do turn your life upside down. Marriages turn your life upside down when you're single. Children turn your life upside down when they come, whether you're married or single or not. But it seems that this public announcement, yeah, this is a public announcement. This is a very public announcement. For some of you, it's a wedding. For some of you, it's a new baby. It's turning your world upside down right now. That's normal. So let's see what else is going on. King of Swords sees everything in black and white. Talk about rigid. This person is rigid. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Not saying that they are rigid. But this King of Swords has a very rigid way of thinking, a very rigid way of being. He sees everything in black and white. And this is the energy you're holding right now, Capricorn fam. Would you want to love that? If you were a man? Mm-hmm. Some of you might like, he's kind of cool, but I'm not getting too close to anybody who's got a knife that big in their hand. Some of you are feeling left behind, like you've missed your time. 5 of Pentacles. Like you missed the mark. Here's Pisces energy with the High Priestess. Your intuition is coming out. Let it develop. Let it come on strong. And some of you have picked up the energy of the Queen of Wands. Dynamic, beautiful, bold, determined. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And here we have the 3 of Pentacles. This is a group. This is someone apprenticing for someone, could on the job. This can be a group of friends trying to come together to create a business. This could also be a 3-way situation with the Queen of Wands, who's often my side chick, right underneath. So we will see about that too. And we have the Hermit. One moment, someone's at the door. All right, we're back here as we were talking about the Hermit card. Virgo energy, the card of being the isolationist, going within, trying to find answers for yourself. And the outcome is 6 of Pentacles, unequally yoked. This is the card for someone who's put in a lot of work and got paid very little for it, or got little to no appreciation for it. All the appreciation and the energy went to someone who's done absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's something that'll get your goat. Okay, what is this about, Capricorn fan? Eight of Swords, caught up in the mind. Oh, Capricorn fam, I get a. Are you caught up, or are you trying to catch somebody up? Here we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. Mental manipulation, strong, but it's not stronger than intuition. So your intuition is telling you that you may be part of a situation here where you're not getting what you just deserve. You're not being appreciated, not being loved, not getting yours. And here is the evaluation of it, and with the Seven of Pentacles and your mental challenge. Your emotional challenge is this Ten of Swords. You're feeling that all love is lost. And the outcome, happy about the whole thing? Now, come on. What is this really about? This is also the card of your happy bachelor, the community D. So let me see what's going on here. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull out the Lenormands for this reading because it looks as though you got some information, a wedding announcement that has turned your world upside down, or not being able to get the announcement out is turning your world upside down. It's either your wedding or someone else's wedding here. But it's upset you terribly because you can't understand why her and not me. That's it. Why her and not me? All right, Lenormand, talk to me. Tell me what this is all about. Okay. We read the Lenormands 2 by 2. Okay. Here's a man holding a rose next to the dog, which is a symbol of loyalty. So here's someone offering you love you thought was loyal. Oh boy, but they just kept putting up all these barriers between the two of you because he had options, or because you kept putting up the barriers between the two of you because you had other options. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. But somebody had their eye on him. Could have been you. And they went to great scheming lengths to get him. Here's the wishing well again. This isn't so much wishing as it is scheming. So did you get it? A message was sent. Oh, was this a love letter? Regarding a long-term relationship. And a secret trip was taken. Ooh, someone went on a vacation on a secret trip. And it looked as though, I can read this another way, somebody took a secret trip because somebody snuck out. Somebody took a secret trip because they left a situation because it's like their home expired. For some of it, they had to move, they were evicted or foreclosed on. But for others, they just took that secret trip. They were leaving home and not coming back. And here we have again. What they found was short-term, the clover, number 2, clover, and the anchor. What they thought would hold them down for a while was only short-lived. Oh, somewhere could have gotten asked to leave Capricorn fam and hooked up and moved in with you for a very short time and then left. Now we have the bear. Bear in the bridge. The bear in the bridge. The bear is solid power. The bridge is just that, two bridges with a huge gap, a mountainscape between them. So someone was trying to bridge a gap. Could have been a Taurus individual. Someone tried. Also, for others of you, someone tried to bridge a gap in the relationship. You couldn't understand what was going on, while still others just had to let it go for their health reasons. This is the tree of life, and this is the compass going to your north, doing your best, living your best life. Some of us just decided just to let it all go and walk on. Okay? And now an offer of love has been sent, and it seems to be the gossip around the house or the community. The birds are chattering in and out. The tulips and the bird. And someone is healing. Here's the sun and the moon. Oh, I'm sorry, not the sun. Here's the sun and the star. The sun and the star. Someone is well aware that they have to heal from this situation. For others of you, you have become a shining star in someone's life. And they're very, very happy about it. But not everyone is happy about it, because there are those who are watching you who are nothing less than deception personified. Snakes. Be careful. Mm-hmm. And here we have an expectant mother. Congratulations, Capricorn fans. So she needs to be protected. Unfortunately, when things got too hard for someone, they rode away. We have the mountains with obstacles, a mountain of obstacles, and the right-away lover. Mm. And here's a situation for others of you regarding the ending of the relationship with the side chick. Somebody's turning back towards where they need to belong, where they belong here. They let the side chick go, and for others of you, the side chick has passed on. That's interesting. I didn't even look at this. Yeah, and that might be what's upsetting some people, because here we have the sickles and the clouds, which has caused great confusion. Great confusion with the scenario here. Yeah. We have the sickles and the clouds, and then we have the whip and the child. In this case, a whip and a child. If I put these two together with these other two, it becomes a child has come along to separate someone, the wheat from the chaff. In other words, it's time for somebody to grow up, and that's what the presence of this child means. But right now, they're too confused to function. They don't know what they're going to do, don't know what they want. But yet they still have this child. Others, this could be the difficulty in finding a new beginning or creating a new beginning for yourself. And here we have the great fortune, and we have the rendezvous. And soon, and very soon, it looks like there will be a marriage, folks. But it can be troublesome. We're either going to have a very fortunate marriage, a happy marriage, or this. I look at the cross two ways. I look at it as Christianity, a symbol of Christianity, but a cross is a cross is a cross. And I see things at cross purposes. Let me get two more cards. Some also may be cross purposes with the church, too. Wow. The sun and the moon, the sun and the moon. We have the sun and the moon twice. The moon is talking about hidden emotions, things going on behind the scenes. And the face, the masks with the sun and the moon is talking about I would say inner feelings being exposed. That will also come out of marriage, and that very easily. And look what fell on top of the cross but the moon stuff. Okay. You're dealing with a lot, Capricorn. A lot here. But everything is not, you're too rigid. You don't have the skills to manage. And now look, I have a mice whittling away at your heart, your closed, cruel heart. Um, hmm, you're pulling your heart back in because you don't have the skills. You're so stuck and being so rigid, you lack the skills to deal and navigate through the scenario. And look, you're going to have to do something about that. Because counseling, dear, counseling. Because you have an opportunity for a committed relationship, but you have choices to make. You really have choices to make. And you've got a loyal fella, a loyal person, but he's not going to stick around too long if you stay too rigid. You've got to compromise. You've got to. There's always compromise in any type of relationship you have. You've got to compromise. Now, I've read every card in this Lenormand deck, and I hope this makes some sense to you because from my reading perspective, I was talking to at least 2, 3, or 4 groups at one time, and it was very difficult for me to distinguish who was who. So I'm going back to differences. Accept the differences. Okay? Accept the differences. You are protected. You're not left hanging. Remember who you are, your core values. Core values. What you believe, not what your core value. What is most important to you, or your core values. And what you're wishing for will come to you if you're not so rigid. Okay? Thank you, Capricorn Feminines. This is Grand Madam. Much love.